Hey guys, I'm next standing to Synderen. Nice to meet you. Could you please introduce yourself firstly?
Yeah, as you said, I'm Synderen. I'm the captain of Team Nevo, who have been competing here at the Dota 2 tournament at Gamescom. When I'm not using my time playing Dota, I study English at the University of Aalborg in Denmark.
Alright. You've been attending with your Team Nevo. What was your performance?
Actually, when we set off from home, we were kind of expecting that we could have a pretty good chance at getting a decent placement. That was the enthusiasm we went in with. But then when we heard our group, we were actually kind of excited because we felt like, alright, this group could be pretty good. We felt like, alright, Na'Vi might be very good. We weren't sure about Scythe. We had no idea how good they were. In GGNet, we had some pretty good experience against playing in our practice. So we went into that. And then it turned out that Na'Vi and Scythe were the winners bracket finalists in the end. So we got a hard group, you've got to say. And well, then we went to the losers bracket because of that, played against MUFC. They played a really good game, and because of that we were basically eliminated. So it was tough.
All right. Well, if we have a closer view on the event itself, I mean, it's the first huge tournament with $1 million for the first place. What do you think about the tournament itself, the structure, this huge prize money?
Yeah, it's, what can I say? It's amazing, right? I mean, the opportunities we get. This is like the biggest opportunity that teams have ever got in relation to Dota. I mean, first of all, everything is paid by the organizers. So we go to the tournament, and basically Valve has covered everything. They've covered our traveling expenses, they've covered hotels, they've set up an amazing venue in there, and it's so professional. Everything is very well structured, the teams are taken care of, there's always food and drink available for us in there, and it's absolutely amazing. So, I mean, from my experience, this is absolutely the pinnacle of what a LAN tournament should be like, and the prize money just speaks for itself, and the fact that Valve has said that they're going to make this next year again just makes it even better. It's going to be a recurrent event. It's
really kind words. Well, about the game, Dota 2 and Dota 1, what do you think about the handling, the graphics? Is it better for the audience, the spectators, or is there a huge difference with the gaming itself, the gameplay? I mean, for example, we have like Magina, Void, and Balana has been used really much often, which is of course not used well or been often. And what do you think about this?
I think basically, to take it from the start, Dota 2 is supposed to be Dota 1 in a new wrapping with better graphics, better observer possibilities, better server capability and everything, and so far they've actually been able to achieve that. I mean, what we're playing in there is just a pre-beta, and it's very, very well made already. There's been some skepticism from players. It really depends on who you are. I remember my own Team Nevo when we got the beta. Myself and Ethan Fish from my team were really enthusiastic about it, while the three others from the team really were struggling to enjoy the game because they felt like, wow, this is not like Dota 1, this is not like Dota 1, this is not like Dota 1. But it takes a little bit of getting used to. You just need to get into the new environment, and the whole phase that we went through when we were practicing, we were giving lots of feedback to Valve, and they were patching the game every single day. They were updating the game based on our feedback, saying this is wrong, this should be like that. We feel like the heroes should change their appearance a bit, and they listened to us. They did a lot of what we said, and that was absolutely amazing. So to me, I feel like the general opinion in our team is that it's basically we don't want to go back, right? We want to play this game rather than Dota 1. The question is what's going to happen in the future when this tournament is over, whether there's going to be other tournaments or the game will just be shut down until it's released. When does the open beta come out? Everything related to that. We don't know yet, but yeah, what can I say? It's all good words.
We just can look forward to this, and we will be of course excited for more of Valve. Yeah, and recently just Na'Vi played against eHome in the final, right? And we just saw a fantastic first map.
Yeah.
What do you think about this one?
It's probably, in the tournament, this is the best game I've watched so far, and And the reason I say so far is that the finals are still running, so there's going to be more games coming up. But basically, Na'Vi have been playing the entire tournament the same way. They've played some really powerful teamfight clash pushing, in which they have a core lineup, and no team has been able to take a game from them. But eHome just managed to do it in the grand finals in the first game, and it was so much back and forth battle, so incredible individual skill, team play, and we even got to see Pudge played by Na'Vi, which is the first time it's picked in the tournament, and the crowd was just going crazy when that pick came up, and the shoutcasters as well were like, yes, this is amazing. And eHome finally, as the first team, managed to take a map from them, and then we'll see how the rest goes.
Excellent. So what do you think? Who will win, Na'Vi or eHome?
Before the game started, I called that whoever wins the first game will win the tournament, because since Na'Vi hadn't had a loss yet, they're pretty much going to go for the same strategy all the way until they encounter trouble. Meaning that if eHome take the first map, they've actually got a really good shot at it. That means they've figured out Na'Vi, figured out how to play against it, and then they'll have a really good chance. On the other hand, if Na'Vi would have won, they would be ahead by 2-0 because of winner's bracket advantage, meaning that eHome would have to take 3 games in a row, which seems very unlikely. But now eHome has taken it, so I'm going to stick to my word, and I'm going to say eHome will win it. And actually, just a little bit of info from what I saw in there is just like a confirmation of what I was expecting. Na'Vi lost the game, and now they've chosen a little different style of play. So that means maybe they're playing something now that they're not as confident with, and that could be to their disadvantage.
It will just be really, really interesting. And to come back a little bit more to MYM, you recently joined MYM TV as shoutcaster for Dota 2, of course. What can you say us about this?
I've really been enjoying the cooperation with MYM so far. I feel like myself and Ange have really, I should probably call him Ange so people know who it is, apart from the French ones. I feel like we've structured things well, like organizing the games, making sure that everything worked out all right between the players, myself, and the audience. And I feel like we're providing some really good coverage, and I know a lot of people really like what's going on. So I mean, that's what I'm there for. If people like the show, I'm going to keep it running, one way or the other, and we'll just see what the future brings in relation to shoutcasting. There's just more and more people getting into this game, so I can only see a bright future for shoutcasting as well.
If you're just talking about the future, what are your personal goals? And do you think, is it even possible that a shoutcaster and a player can you can do both together? Is it possible? Do you have enough time?
You need to put some priorities, because I mean, I've also got a university studies running, and obviously if you compare me right now to other shoutcasters in Europe who are really, let's call them full-time casters, I can't provide the same amount of coverage. But that doesn't mean I can't cast games. I can't cast the same amount, but I can cast the games I find the time to when I have to take care of my education and take care of my team. So I find the time I can, and I really enjoy it once I get to do it. And then it's all about the quality. I mean, if the quality wasn't good enough, then people would just watch something else. So I really take that as that people appreciate what I do, even though it's not, let's say, it's not as much as a lot of people would like. People would like daily or at least weekly coverage of a lot of games. I provide the best I can, and I'm just glad that people find it good.
Nearly coming to the end. Any final words you want to add?
That was a troublesome one. What do I want to say?
Anything. Greet your mother, greet your sister, your brother.
I want to thank my mom for giving birth to me. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. Oh no, that's too classic. I'm going to go ahead and yell, eHome! Because eHome are playing in there, and I'm going to go in and watch that game number 2 of that final right now.
Excellent. I thank you really much for the interview. It was nice to meet you and speak to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you as well.